Hi there, it's Kate Kinch here and welcome to Chef Kinch's cooking show. Alright, so come on over, we're just going to poach an egg today. I'm going to show you two different methods. Okay, poaching in an egg is essential for any kitchen. Poaching liquid should be just under, there's boiling, then there's simmering, and then there's poaching. So it's around 90 to 95 degrees, around about. So you can see mine's just at a simmer, which is fine because as soon as I add the egg, it'll cool it down a little bit. So I'm just going to crack it into a bowl, my egg. I'm going to salt the water. Now you can add a dash of vinegar if you so choose. Now we're just going to swirl this water. If you come close, swirl the water, give it a little swirl, and then just drop this straight into the centre. Okay, and it's going to do its little swirly thing. Now we don't want to touch that for a good couple of minutes. Alright, it shouldn't take more than 4 minutes to poach an egg, and what we want is we want the white of it. Now if it starts to boil like that, we don't want that. I'm going to just take it off a little bit. Okay, because if it starts to boil, then it'll break up your egg. Okay, so we're just going to let that sit for a little bit, and we can put it back on the heat if it gets a bit too cool. Okay, the other one we're going to bring over the water. Now it was just, and when there's a bowl in here, a ceramic bowl, you can use a glass, like a Pyrex little tiny bowl or something like that, something that can survive boiling water. So if you come over, there's just a little simmer, and that's okay. We're going to crack another egg. All right, and you can see it's a little simmer, but it's this is going to cool it right down. And we're not going to swirl the water at all. We're just going to put it in there, and it's going to sit in that bowl. This might be good. You could have a whole fry pan with lots of little bowls, and it might give your eggs some shape. All right. Now over here we've still got our egg poaching. Now what you don't want to do is to go straight for the egg. Okay, you can give it a little swirl, and we can just see, no, it's when you touch the egg, you can see that the white is still not okay. I've just put some toast down because we're going to have poached egg on toast. Now with this method, if there's a little bit of boiling going on around on the outside, that's all right, because in the bowl it's not actually moving. Okay, and we can always take that off the heat as well. All right, so we're going to put this back on the heat, make sure it's cooking. And what you can see is you can see the form of the egg and the yolk, and then you can see the rest of it. It's just all the, and usually sort of watery part, but if you get a really fresh egg, you're not going to have a lot of that stuff, but most eggs you buy from the shop are going to have a little bit of that sort of thing. Let's just pick up our egg here and have a little look. Oops. So I've got my slotted spoon. All right, and here we go. We've got the egg white is nice and firm. Oh, there is a little bit, we might need a little bit longer. We know that the yolk we want to keep soft, but the white we want just maybe 1 more minute in total, because we don't want raw egg white. That's, you want to stay away from that. So you can always check. It's getting very, very close. Let's have a look at this. All right, so we're getting very close to having this done. Okay, so we can just drain it off. You can probably blot it on some paper if you want. And now we can see if we touch the white, there's no, it's firm. But we touch the yolk and that's runny. Okay, we can set toast out, straight on the plate. We've got 1 egg. There we go. Now, when you finish off a poached egg, some salt. Whoops, we've run out of salt. and some pepper. Okay. Come back for the other one to finish. Okay, so it's been a couple more minutes. Now this process is a little bit slower than the other process. The bowl seems to take some of the heat. I'm just going to carefully go in there and try and fish out my egg. Okay, so we've got the white is firm and the yolk is still soft. I'm going to put that on there. Okay, and we're going to salt them. I've refilled the salt and a bit of pepper, and that's how you poach an egg. Now, just one more tip is when you're doing this method where you swirl the water like this, where you swirl the water, you can put more than one egg in. You can crack one in and then crack another one in and crack another one. I wouldn't recommend more than 4 in a pot of water, but that's completely entirely possible. All right, good luck. See you later.